102 Morning Show.
Hey, yo. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the program. Look at Piggy Boy has chocolate all over his notes.
Oh, which chocolate did
Little
you get?
Pig Boy got chocolate. This could either be from a chalky chip cookie. What other, are you dead?
Fling wax everywhere?
I did, and I'll tell you why. Because I tried to blow out that candle, and it wouldn't go. Because there was too much wax, and the wick was kind of dipped here. So I had to go. I had to give her, and a little wax got out.
Well, I have wax to clean up everywhere now.
It's actually cum.
Why?
I blamed it on the wax so that I wouldn't get called a table jerker.
Why is it brown?
That's a good question, in fact, but I'm not a doctor. We should probably take that one to your urologist
Maybe.
and see what they think.
Look at this wet-ass hair I've got.
Wet-ass hair. Get a mop and a bucket for this wet-ass hair.
I'm going to have wet-ass hair at least for a little bit. Maybe I could fix it in a little while or something, but I ran myself right up to it tonight. I'm sorry.
Whenever women have wet hair,
it's not good.
They always look like dogs that fell in a lake.
Yes.
I mean that in the most complimentary way possible.
That's about as good as you could put it.
Yeah, they look like dogs that fell in a lake. It's adorable. Like when a dog gets out of a lake and they shake off, they look so cute, but they don't feel good.
We don't look good.
That's women with wet hair. They look so cute, but they don't feel good.
No, it feels bad, but I completely ran up against it tonight. So
And by it, she means my big fat tits. So anyway, great show tonight. Very excited. Taylor Swift has a stalker, and I was reading up about the stalker today. Holy shit, this is a crazy story. That guy should be executed.
I don't know what happened.
Stalkers, peeping toms, people who pull their dicks out at people, you have to put them down. And the reason you have to put them down is because that's a very escalating type of behavior.
Yes, it's kind of like how Dahmer used to operate on like roadkill and stuff, and then eventually it's people.
Right. So like if a guy starts stalking, especially if it's a guy and a girl, like you've seen the movie The Fan. Robert De Niro starts being a big fan of Bobby Rayburn. Then all of a sudden he starts talking to Bobby Rayburn. Then all of a sudden he formulates a thing where Bobby Rayburn's kid goes in the ocean and he almost drowns and Robert De Niro saves him, but then he goes crazy and tries to kill Bobby Rayburn. It's escalating behavior. By the way, The Fan, I don't know if April's ever watched it with me or tried.
Nope.
One of my favorite shitty movies of all time. You know those movies that you watch them and you know they suck, but you can't help but like them?
That used to be House of Wax for me.
Okay. Yeah, but House of Wax is like supposed to be like a shitty horror movie.
It's the worst.
The
really.
Fan tried.
Oh.
Like it's De Niro and Wesley Snipes and Benicio del Toro. Like motherfucker, they gave it their best.
Oh yeah, I've got like, what was the House
Paris
of Wax?
Hilton
Paris
and Chad
Hilton,
Michael Murray.
Chad Michael Murray. Oh, that girl from The Girl Next Door.
Elijah Cuthbert.
Yep, that one.
And then the black guy who always plays low-level sports people.
Yes.
He was on Disney movies and stuff. He was on Alley Cat Strike. He was in the Disney, made for Disney movie where he was like a football player or whatever, but he had to join the bowling team.
He could have been Corbin Blue's character in High School Musical, or he should have been like the black dude in Blue Mountain State. That one.
I don't know
They're
who these people are. But that movie was kind of campy and like horror movie-ish. The Fan, they went for it, man. They got Snipes. And this is like 1998, 1997. De Niro, Snipes, John Leguizamo, Benicio del Toro. I think Meg Ryan. I believe I could be wrong on that one, but I think Meg Ryan. They loaded that movie up. And the guy who plays Dennett in Ricky Bobby.
It's not
Mr.
Ricky
Dennett.
Bobby, it's Talladega
Nights. The Ricky Bobby, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. That's what it's called. Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. That guy's in there.
Okay.
So they got people for that movie, and they tried really hard to tell like a dramatic sports fan gone too far story. And it just sucks really bad, but I love it. I really think it's a great movie.
I'd try to watch it.
Have you ever heard anyone do a De Niro impression and they'll yell, Bobby?
Yeah.
Bobby! That's from The Fan.
Oh.
He's cheering for Bobby Rayburn, who's Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes basically plays Barry Bonds. That's who his character is. And he's Bobby Rayburn, and Gil, Robert De Niro's character, plays this obsessed fan who has season tickets. And he's a, Bobby! Bobby! He's always trying to get Bobby Rayburn's attention. And when he finally does, he kidnaps his kid and tries to kill him.
Very interesting.
It's a wild flick.
Yeah, stalkers are scary. I told you I had one once, right? In high school. I think I've told that story here probably a couple times.
Was it like a stalker? The church guy.
The church guy. It's always people from your church.
Yeah.
Don't trust them.
I remember the church guy.
I wonder what that guy's doing today, because I bet it's not good.
Probably jacking off in people's windows because you didn't kill him.
My mom might have, had she got her hands on him.
Well, here's the deal. Like, that behavior, just like I said, it escalates. They start stalking, then they start peeping, then they start whacking off, then they start creating relationships in their mind.
There's a serial peeping Tom around this whole area, like Sartell, Sauk Rapids area, that redhead. I had you look him up on the show once. He's like been in and out of jail, I bet you, about 30 times.
Jesus.
And I had a personal like friend and coworker at one of my last jobs who was like a victim of him like 3 times.
I've talked about him on the old radio show.
Yep, and she's got like teenage daughters who are now in their low 20s, and it's not good, dude. It's scary.
Guys like that, you just got to take out.
Right. Stop letting them out. How do they get out?
Alabama will give them the old nitrogen mask.
It's fine by me.
By the way, we're going to talk about that later tonight.
Problem.
They are trying so hard to stop that thing. And Alabama just really wants to kill that motherfucker. I mean, there were still hearings on it today. They're going to execute this guy tomorrow.
Oh, I thought it was yesterday.
No, they're going to execute him tomorrow. They're going to put like basically a gas mask on him. And they're going to pump nitrogen into it.
I want it to look like one of the World War II gas masks.
Kind of. That's how I imagine it.
Oh, God, that's
And
crazy.
they're going to pump nitrogen into it. I'm sure it's more like a CPAP kind of a thing. And they're going to pump oxygen to him, or nitrogen into it. So instead of oxygen, he'll get nitrogen. He'll pass out, and then he'll die.
Yeah, supposedly it makes you pass out within seconds, but...
But they don't know. It's all theoretical.
You can't test it because, get this, you die.
Yeah.
So
you can't just pump someone full of nitrogen and then revive them at the last second. It's kind of a point of no return sort of deal.
It's a little risky.
So yeah, I was reading up on Taylor Swift's stalker, and the guy is insane. I guess he's like, went to her address 30 times. He's been arrested now 3 times. Yesterday it was 2 times. Now he's been arrested 3 times. How long does it take before you can hold a motherfucker?
I don't know. Like, how many offenses is enough?
Right.
That's my point. I
hope
guess.
Travis Kelce kills him.
At some point, it's going to be self-defense, is it not?
I have a question. Who moves in with who?
I think whoever is... like, has to be more stationary, which is probably him for his job.
So she moves in with him?
Either that or she buys a house in that area. It's either that or who has a better home.
Well, that's going to be her. I mean, it's probably
her.
She's got enough money to burn it in front. I mean, she could burn it in front of him. Like, she could burn what
money to burn?
She could burn what money he has in front of him, and they'd be totally fine.
Oh, sure. Of course.
Travis Kelce is worth what? 25 million tops?
Yeah. 20.
Travis Kelce.
I bet 20.
Net worth 30 million.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Taylor Swift, what? 800 million?
I hope so.
Taylor Swift, 1.1 billion. Taylor Swift has more money after the decimal point than Travis Kelce has.
That is crazy.
You could say, hey, Travis, I'll spot you $1 billion.
Holy shit.
Still have more money than you do.
That is bananas.
How many people can say that in like a celebrity marriage? That, hey, I can spot you $1 billion and I still have more money than you.
Whoever's in a relationship with either Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian.
But are they celebrities? I mean, when both of them are celebrities.
Probably when Kanye was with Kim.
No, because they were both worth $1 billion, remember?
He was a billionaire too?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Before he talked about the Jews, he was worth $1 billion.
See,
hey, it's weird. You talk about the Jews, now all of a sudden you're worth $400 million.
Don't talk about the Jews and expect to keep your money, right?
I didn't say that. You said that.
I mean, it's not nice, really.
You said the
You
Jews.
should lose your money.
You said that. Jay-Z and Beyonce can't say that about each other?
Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. I bet she could spot him.
She can't spot him $1 million.
Bullshit.
Rihanna, 1.4. Fuck my ass.
I told you.
And who's
she's
she
been
with?
a billionaire. ASAP Rocky.
ASAP Rocky. Yeah, he ain't worth $400 million.
Not at all.
He's worth
20
$20 million.
Exactly.
Okay, so she could spot him $1 billion.
That's a good one.
So there's a few celebrity relationships where they could spot $1 billion. Thank you to No Pen 15 Fathead for $5. We have a bunch of thank yous to throw out there.
Thank you.
No Pen 15 Fathead for $5. We also have 10 from Rupert with $9.99 says knowing with Nick Cage. $4.99 from Hobo says I'm done with this show. April mentioned High School Musical and Corbin Burnson or whoever the hell she said. I'm done. Here's your wrench. I'm out.
I don't like those things. I was talking about the actor, you dummy. That I think his name's Corbin Blue, the black dude with the hair.
He needed the money.
I don't know. I
Corbin
don't even know
Blue?
if he's around anymore. Look him up now.
Are you talking about Dennis Haysbert, the guy who played Serrano in Major League?
I thought it was Corbin Blue, but now it's going to bother me. So either
is he
you're
a younger
going to
guy or an older guy?
Well, he would have been younger.
Oh, then I'm not thinking of. I don't give a shit about High School Musical.
It's not about that movie. I hate that movie. It's the person.
Red Fox Mad says Minnesota trooper charged with murder. I'll check that one out.
Oh, you didn't hear?
I did not see that.
Oh, yeah.
He straight up kill a motherfucker, or could he be innocent?
I'm not sure.
All right. Let's catch up with the chat, and then we've got a bunch of stuff to do tonight. 235 is the number. Not a bad number. Thank you guys for chipping in so early without us saying a word. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
235 is the number, and if we knock that out, we'll go till 9:30 tonight. My Lost Interest had a good clip, but I don't think it works for the show. I watched it. I was very entertained. It was apparently there's this clip of Karl from Who Are These Podcasts out there, and this is why I hate that Dabbleverse, and I think they're all lame and gay. He had a domestic moment with his wife.
Okay.
And now everyone wants to shit on him and be like, oh, look at this. Like, everyone in the Dabbleverse is like, doesn't have a girlfriend. They don't have a wife.
So it was like a domestic nice moment?
Yeah, it was like a silly,
normal.
It wasn't even a nice domestic moment. It was
normal?
Just a nothing moment.
Sure.
His wife literally said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll show it to you just to show you how gay this shit is. I'm not saying My Lost Interest is gay. It was a cool clip. Kevin Brennan is just shitting all over Karl for this clip. And honest to God, I'll take the insults if I'm Karl from like Kevin Brennan a little bit, because at least he's married and he's trying to be a tough guy about it.
Yeah.
Like, Karl's wife came in while he was streaming. And while this is embarrassing, it's not. It's something that if it happened to your buddy, he'd go to the bar and you guys would sit there and bust balls about it. And the guy, and he'd just go, yeah, what do you do? All right, I get it. I'm a homo. Yeah. It's not like but these Dabbleverse guys are like, yeah, we're going to fucking get him on this one. It's like, it's not a get him thing. It's a, haha, that's silly kind of a deal.
Well, that's kind of gay. Like, I guess I get nervous about stuff like that too. Like it was either, I think it was Monday this week. I was going to hang out with a couple of my girlfriends and help them out with some projects. So before I left, I came and gave you a kiss on the show because I'm like, hey, I won't see you for a while. You know, have a good show. And I was like, oh, I maybe shouldn't have done that because I wasn't sure how these lovely folks on the internet would take it. But I did it anyway. So
you're just kissing.
It's just a gay normal moment.
Just having a little smooch. SH says, was just watching April's girlfriend get twerked for on Alex Stein. She, Lila, and Chrissy are looking lovely today.
They look very nice.
But anyway, says the wet look looks good on April.
Really?
Sure,
Because
right?
different kind of wet. Yeah, no, I'm nervous about coming anywhere with wet hair. I feel like I do not rock the wet hair look.
Hobo Chili Recipe says, don't listen to any of them. You look terrible.
I know.
Taste Fairy says, this morning's show got Peacock blocked. Thanks, Warrior. Yeah, this morning's show did get blocked. I edited it. I think it's okay now. I could be wrong. Hobo Chili says, yeah, drink some Coke. That's the ticket for curbing fatness.
Technically, that's like the end of my Coke, so he's doing me a favor.
Appreciate it. My Lost Interest says, Lacy Bra Alert. Oh, that's right.
Are you wearing one?
You're doing the see-through shirt today. I forgot.
I like the shirt. Do you like the shirt?
I love that. April's wearing a lot of see-through shirts lately.
I love mesh shirts.
And it's making my shorts a little see-through if you catch my drift.
I like that too. I'm completely shameless. Can I tell you something?
Just old tent boners around this house all over the place.
Can I tell you something I'm a little actually anxious about at the moment?
Absolutely,
that I need to get off my
absolutely not.
Oh.
Go ahead. I'm ready now.
I don't even want to look at my phone. My mom today asked me if I could send her a picture of the wound on my hip.
Can you tell people what the fucking wound is by now?
I sent her a picture, and I'm worried what she's going to say about it.
I feel like we're being
And I know that
silly.
there's a message on my phone waiting for me.
She's ignoring me.
Look at my face. I'm a little worried.
You want me to check the message?
Not yet.
Give me the message.
No.
I'll take a look at it. I'll tell you what she said. My stupid Jezebel whore daughter, I'm disowning you. There. That's not so bad. She said that like 8 times this month.
What do you two talk about? Sheesh.
So now, my question would be this. Are you ready to tell the audience what the wound is?
I don't know yet.
But you're doing it.
It's a wound on my hip.
You're doing that thing where you're doing it without doing it. You got to be doing it.
Some things can be for me.
But they're not because you...
There is no point in showing them said wound because I can't.
No, I don't think you should show them.
Exactly.
But what you're calling it a wound, it's childish.
Thanks. It's helping.
What I'm trying to say is...
I'm having fun.
Yes.
Trying to say...
We're doing what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm trying to say...
I'm like, wherever, who cares? It doesn't matter.
Right.
We're feeling good. Things are happening.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to, like, honestly, you've got to fix your brain or something because you've got to stop hearing shit that doesn't exist.
I think it's your mic stand.
Maybe it's the mic
arm.
stand. You got to let it go.
It sounded like the dog crying.
Because I honestly get, now I get messages, not messages. I get like comment section because I have to go in and edit the comments. Aaron, why don't you ever take care of your bat or something and protect your woman? I'm like,
God.
she's fucking hearing horseshit. There's
it's
nothing
not like
going
that.
on.
I'm worried that the dog was whining. It's not like that. I don't think like the most nefarious of things. Jesus.
There's nothing happening. She's going cuckoo.
I think your mic arm is very squeaky and whiny.
And I
and
love
you move it a lot.
I love it that way. I got to stroke my mic arm.
Well, stop it.
Blackachew becoming a baby boot. Thank you, Marquise. Where
Thank
the
you.
fuck have you been, you little asshole?
You're one of our favorite black people, and I haven't seen you in forever.
I didn't say that. But.
Oh.
Paul R. Nelson says the fan, a.k.a. your audience. No, they're not Gil Hodges from the fan. They're good. Scarface says good, shitty Tony Scott movie. Is that who made that? Okay. Yeah, the fan's a good, shitty movie. MSO says, has April seen Kingpin yet? No.
No.
She is not.
I'm wondering if I'll ever see it now. You know, like I think it was last Friday. That was like our day. And
it's really your loss.
I feel like the moment has passed.
Honestly, it's your loss that you haven't seen Kingpin.
Oh.
Douchey Nazi says, just saw Chrissy and Kiki on Alex Stein. Chrissy looks great. She'll snap right back for sure.
Well, she does look really good.
I mean, that's a compliment, right?
Yeah, she's still working out and everything. She's looking great.
Make sure to wet the sponge, says Throbbing Williams. Yeah, they're not electrocuting the guy in Alabama. I'm going to skip around in the chat here a little bit because I know I'm way the fuck behind. I'll just kind of scoot around and see what you guys have. Magic 8 Ball says the wound on your hip, it's just an STD, April.
God, I hope not.
Producer Robert says, did Aaron try to penetrate the wound on your hip, April?
I don't know if it's penetrate. He's trying to do a few things to it.
I painted the wound.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
You are really, though.
I'm a budding artist.
Beautiful.
Aristocrat King Yeti says Aaron's hip wounds are from Gino's sandpapered palms.
It's all those calluses from jump roping.
Douchey Nazi says, Aaron, you're a lucky man. The balls on this guy. I blocked him the next day. It's a fucking casino reference. Nana's Clam says, you're not on terrestrial radio anymore. There is no cume to tease. Your TSL doesn't matter here. Yeah, but you never know.
What's TSL?
Time spent listening.
Oh.
I was the fucking, oh my God, on radio, TSL king.
Oh, yeah, you
Time
had a
spent
good one.
ridiculous. It was like an hour and 40-minute average. It was insane.
That's unheard of.
Those numbers don't exist.
Yeah.
The limit does not exist. No wound, no goal. MSO victory, says Rusty Grammar. Oh,
I mean, it's an interesting one, right?
April, I'll show you my scar if you show me yours, says My Lost Interest.
Are we talking about my hip or my actual scar? Because that's a big one.
Marquis says, and I'm working and fucking. You aren't fucking me, Aaron. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we agree on that.
You wouldn't, so he had to go elsewhere.
Yeah,
What is wrong with
that's
you?
totally fine. I can live with that arrangement.
Can I report something show related that we screwed up on this morning that I was made aware of? Apparently, we missed somebody's super chat at the end of the show. Yeah.
Did we? Yeah. Hey, MSO, that means we made it.
It was a $10 one.
Oh, shit. And MSO said we were short by 10 today.
Oh, no.
That's a win.
We did not read this one.
But I fucked it up, and I'm really sorry. If it was you who sent it, don't send a super chat.
It was our friend.
It was Nikki? Mm-hmm. What did he say?
So you know that he had said one right before it, calling me April the Cleanser.
Yes,
something
the
about all
cleanser.
that
Yes.
shit. So he had basically another one like that, but it was quoting me as April the Hun. Like, I forget how it went exactly.
I saw that one, but it looked so similar to the other one, I thought it was the same one.
Well, that's just because he was quoting me in different regards.
I'm really sorry. Well, then, MSO, guess what? We nailed it this morning.
Yeah, it was a $10 one.
What up, bitch?
I got proof.
Turtle becoming a member for a 15th month says, if it's an open wound that won't heal, get that shit checked out. I have a skin graft next Tuesday. Don't fucking help her. She's trying to do a tease, and she shouldn't. She should just come out and say the thing if she's going to mention it or not mention it. One of the two.
It's almost healed.
Tridio with $2 says, the evening shows sometimes seems asymmetrical. Asymmetrical.
Get it?
Hobo Chili says, Aaron's saddest reference from Casino. What if I'd like to go into the casinos to get one of those sandwiches I like? You took your shoes off at the table, you shit-kicking hick?
We should almost fall asleep to that one tonight.
April's festering gash with $2 says, sexual reassignment surgery gone wrong. You know you got to keep that thing open.
There's like a partial dick on my hip now. The ladies can grind on it later.
Partial dick. My Lost Interest says, super chat scam, show MSO the receipts. I don't know. Fine, he won then. I'm not that married to it. My Lost Interest is like, I'm going to bust your balls. And I'm like, I'm just going to say I'm wrong then.
MSO can win if that's a...
Yeah, that's my retreat.
It's technically your fault that we didn't read it or acknowledge it.
100% my fault. All right, 2:30 is the number tonight. If you'd like to contribute, there you go. Super chats, memberships, PayPal, all that. Let's just get it under $200 by the top of the hour. We'll be good to go. Optic Nerve says, the old dick hip.
The ladies love it.
Ladies love dick hip. Douchey Nazi says, I want an equal amount of DEI hires making my blueberry muffins. Do you have any idea how many blacks that's going to take? I don't care. Just do it.
My God.
Hobo Chili says, my favorite line in Goodfellas is when De Niro says, delicious, delicious. Such a stupid fucking line.
That whole movie's so good, though.
As far as my favorite line in Goodfellas, he's treating me like I'm a half a fag or something. I love how effortless he is with that one. I mean, Paulie, he's treating me like I'm a half a fag or something.
God.
That might be my favorite line.
I don't know what my favorite line is.
Eating Clams with $5 says, I thought Kingpin would be a stupid movie, and it was, but I still laugh when I think of Bill Murray's hair. Watch it. Do you like Dumb and Dumber?
Yes.
It's funnier than Dumb and Dumber. It's the best Farrelly Brothers movie there is.
I like quoting Dumb and Dumber, though.
Kingpin is so fucking quotable. Ridiculous.
Why have I not heard?
Like if I yell, hey, everybody, there's a shit cloud coming. That's from Kingpin.
Anything else?
You really jarred something loose back there, Tiger. That's from Kingpin.
I don't mind that one.
We don't have a. Have you ever heard someone say, "We don't have a cow, we have a bull"?
Yeah, I guess I've heard that.
That's from Kingpin.
I don't hear people say it enough.
And then Woody Harrelson goes, "I'm gonna go brush my teeth."
I mean, I've probably heard that John Denver's full of shit more times than all of those.
Have you ever heard someone say? Have you
enough.
ever heard someone say they got Munsoned?
Yes.
That's from Kingpin.
No idea what that means.
It means to have it all in your hands and blow it. You got Munsoned.
Lucky hands.
Hobo Chili says, my favorite line in Goodfellas is when the guy runs into the diner and says, 2 fellas stole my truck. Oh, yeah, fellas. I forgot. I believe it's 2 Biscontis stole my truck.
2 Biscontis.
Yeah, it says douchey Nazi. Oh, yeah, Ryobi. Oh, relax. It wasn't that bad. It's your bull, though. No, that Tommy Boy, it's got to be your bull. Kingpin sucks, says Plankton. You can't please them all.
Okay.
Aristocrat King Yeti says, no, I don't want any coffee. It's a stimulant. What do you think cigarettes are? Really?
Wow.
Hey, what do you? Why do you got a bag of sugar in your back seat, Mr. McCracken? Did I not tell you to call me Big Earn? It's for my morning coffee.
Big Earn McCracken.
Big Earn yeah, that's Bill Murray's name in the movie. Big Earn McCracken.
Stop it.
Yep. And then Roy Munson.
I wish it was Phil.
No, come on. Let's not be
Phil
tawdry.
McCracken.
Let's not be tawdry. Return Trip says, I always liked Kingpin more than The Big Lebowski. Well, why wouldn't you? It's better than The Big Lebowski.
I might have to watch The Big Lebowski again. I want to like it. I love the cast.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay. I want to like it more because I feel like everybody loves it and I feel left out almost.
It's an okay movie.
Okay.
It's not as great as people say it is.
There's a lot of people close to me that really love that movie.
Ryobi says, you know who said that line, Aaron? Yeah, the landlord said that line after they, Amanda Hugginkiss says, favorite line in Goodfellas, you wasted 8 fucking aprons on this guy.
We needed that money, Karen.
Ray paying the rent, dining at the festering Y.
God, we need to finish, what the fuck? Gandolfini. We need to finish
Sopranos.
The Sopranos.
We're on
I like
season
that
5.
Braca chick, and she was in Goodfellas.
As soon as, we're at the season where Steve Buscemi comes in.
Oh, wow.
That's where we're at. MN Viking says, your double chin and man tits look good tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
All right, guys. 225 is the number for tonight. Thank you very much for your support. Let's get into some things. Should we do this state trooper story? Is this pretty interesting?
Yeah, it's I think pretty hot right now.
All right, let's take a look.
This morning,
I don't want to play a fucking press conference, especially with a.
She'll let you know what
filed
happened.
a criminal complaint against Minnesota State Highway Patrol Trooper Ryan Londrigan, charging him with
Guilty. Sorry.
3 counts in the death of Ricky Cobb II.
Sounds like a black guy. Guilty. Guilty.
Oh my goodness.
He is charged with 2nd-degree murder, unintentional, 1st-degree assault, and 2nd-degree manslaughter.
That's a lot.
The Minnesota State Patrol
$750,000 is a
responsible
lot.
for ensuring safety on Minnesota's roads and highways.
Would you?
A critical component
and in
of their
fact, I don't
work
like it when
is
lesbians
engaging
bring
with
charges
drivers
against cops. I
during
feel like
motor
they're just
vehicle
out to get them.
stops. This is something that state troopers do every day.
I'm
And
bored.
as a result, they receive extensive
Just
training.
tell us what happened.
Yeah, I
on
don't
how
care
to
about
do
this.
so
I didn't know what happened. I just
safely
heard the thing.
and
Yeah,
effectively.
I don't care. This is like cops shooting black guy stories now are just so boring to me.
What if it's not a black guy?
It's a guy named Ricky Cobb. I'm willing to bet you your entire life it's
Isn't
a
there
black
some
guy.
dude that you train in boxing who's got like a black dude name, but he's like see-through paper white?
Jamal?
Jamal.
Yeah, he's a white dude. But Jamal, I think, is done. Jamal quit.
Why?
Because he's not good.
Oh. You'd think with a name like Jamal, he could be.
He just can't. He can't hit hard. He won't free his like arms and shoulders up to hit hard enough. Like you can kind of walk right through his punches.
Okay.
So I don't know. He just kind of quit, and now the gym owner's mad at him, and I don't want to fucking talk about it because I don't want
The gym
to.
owner's mad.
Yeah, he yells about him now, and he's
Uh-oh.
you quit here, and you blah, blah, blah. The guy who owns our gym is like way too old school for modern athletes, modern boxers. He doesn't know how to reach him. He just yells and fucking. He gives this same fucking gay speech where he goes like, anybody can buy a gun, but you gotta earn the right to shoot the gun. There's some fucking gay gun analogy, and I hate it. And it's like, you can't yell at 20-something boxers anymore. You can't. They crumble. They fold. They want to go somewhere else. They don't want to be there. And I know you want to toughen them up and blah, 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 blah. And you guys were all retarded back then, and you just listened and did that shit. They're smarter. These guys are smarter now. You know? So, like, when I train these guys, it's always, no matter what happens in the round, I go, all right, great round. You got in there. You did your thing, blah, blah, blah. We point out a few positive things they did. And you go, you got to work on this. We got to work on this. All right, try doing this. Try doing that. He just gets in there. And if you're not going to be here right at 6:30, then you don't have the right, and you don't come in here. And you're just like, and I've heard the speeches a million times. And so I just realized last week I literally looked back at some of the fighters and I went like this.
I've actually heard the speech once. There was a class going on. It's the one that you that goes before you. And I was at the gym earlier than you, like quite a while back. And one of the fighters for that one showed up like a half hour late to class. Yeah. And the gym owner gave him fucking the riot act, just fucking screamed at him in front of everybody. And I was lifting weights down there too. And I just turned around. I'm like, holy shit. It's like a really angry dad losing his shit on a kid or something.
Yeah, he sucks.
It like causes like the same fear feelings.
He sucks at motivating people.
He's a great dude too. It's just the motivation stuff.
He's a decent enough guy. Here's my thing. I think he should run a gym, and I think he should let the rest of us trainers train the fighters. Yeah, coach the fighters, because he's got too much that old-timey old man gruff. I'm going to be the gruff, tough love guy, and young fighters don't respond to tough love. They just don't anymore. That's all. I think Coach K said it best. 30 years ago, I could tell my players run through that brick wall, and they do it. 30 years later, I tell those same players to run through a brick wall. They have to be told why. Yeah. And I think that's a great way to do it. You're already going in there getting your fucking head beat in. You don't need someone screaming at you on top of it. It's just stupid. It's not a smart way to teach people.
It's stressful.
Hobo, now, unless you're like a cocky fuck and you're also not very good, then you need to be humbled. But there's like, those guys don't exist.
That guy that came in and wanted to street fight you guys that one time, he needed to be screamed at.
Okay, but he's mentally ill.
Okay, well then that guy shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, he talks to himself in the locker room. He's crazy.
That's a guy the gym owner shouldn't be letting in there, though, because that's dangerous.
Aristocock says Aaron's battle ropes are made from Laffy Taffy. I like that one. Goes to the gym because the place next door has good spaghetti, says Douchey Nazi. Nana's Clam says, Aaron, just say it. His day is done, just like all those fuckhead seniors that won't stop driving. Jesus, sorry, Nana's Clams. I didn't know that was going to hit so close to home. All right, guys, let's go in and start with some stories. Let's go do some things, shall we? You guys have 225 to knock out. I think you'll do it. We're going to do – this is our final evening show of the week, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
So the last evening show goal is tonight. Last morning show goal is tomorrow.
That's why I'm sleepy.
Then it's Rumble Clip Friday with Gino and I, and that's an easy day. So thank you guys very much. I wanted to start with a clip of the lovely and talented Keanu C. Thompson.
Oh, my girlfriend.
Because Keanu had Stuttering John on Monday, right?
Yes.
And when she had Stuttering John on Monday, Karl tried to call in and talk to Stuttering John. And again, all these guys in the Dabbleverse, they want to do this. They all want to call into each other's shows, and I'm going to yell at them, and I'm going to scream at them. And like, my attitude is, why can't we just do clips of the other guy and make fun of them and have some laughs and make our audience laugh, and that's it? Everybody's got to make it like a blood sport, blood feud shit. And I think that's so gay and a waste of time. And if you're Karl, don't call into shows that John's doing. And John, don't call into shows that Karl's doing. Mm-hmm. Just talk shit to each other on your own shows. Enjoy your time off. You know? But these guys all got to call in, and they got to yell at each other and scream at each other. And it's just exhausting. Also, I think it's kind of rude.
Well, it is rude.
To do to Keanu's show.
Yep.
Because Keanu's trying to have a little talk with John, and now you're getting John all worked up.
She's a sweet girl, and now you're getting her all flustered on her show.
Let's take a look. This is Keanu and John. So apparently this is about, I'm out of the loop on all this shit. It's all so gay. As I describe it to you, you guys are going to go, wow, this is super gay and stupid. I guess Karl's dad is sick.
Okay.
He has some kind of, it sounds like cancer or something like that. And he's been battling it for a few years, and Karl's talked about it on his show before. But then I guess John brought it up recently, and then Karl thought that was dirty pool and that John shouldn't, talking about, all these guys get so offended about everybody talking about everything. They can harass each other, they can shit on each other, they can say horrible things about each other all day long, and then they all draw these weird arbitrary lines where they get to be offended. And what I learned about that world a long time ago is you just got to not take anything anybody says seriously. You just got to make fun of these people and then just tune them out. Because otherwise, they're going to get you all wrapped up in, well, I'm going to talk about this person's family, and I'm going to talk about this guy. Oh, but should we talk about people's families? Oh, I don't know if we're talking about families. Shut the fuck up and just do a show, you stupid drama queens. So Karl calls in to confront John about his dad. And then John starts yelling over Karl because it's not about his dad. Some stupid shit. Let's check it out. And Keanu's, of course, caught in the middle.
All right, we have a caller. Let's see who this is. Hang on one second. Sorry, the calls are just rolling in for you, John. I just wanted to. All right. Thank you for calling Untoward Tuesday. How may I direct your call?
Is this any good?
Yeah, hey, this is Karl from WATP.
Hi, Karl. How are you doing?
Keanu, I love you and Gino. Thanks so much for picking up on me.
Of course.
Hey, John, how's it going, buddy? How you doing?
Okay. So, hey, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? Now, Karl has been fucking with John for years. Literally years.
Yeah,
He's been fucking with John.
It's been a long game.
He's made his bones on the back of John Melendez. And John has gone insane over Karl numerous times. So these two are oil and water. They don't mix. And here's the problem. Karl is clearly calling in to antagonize John. Right?
Yep.
He's not calling in to have a friendly chat. He knows how John's going to react. He's calling in to antagonize him. And then when John gets antagonized, these guys all go, oh, he's all worked up. And he's all, well, of course, a guy who's been shitting all over him for the last 5 years called in to fuck with him, and now he's yelling and screaming at you. That's exactly what you thought. It's like if you went and you pissed on a guy's face in his office, and then he yelled at you and called security, and you went, oh, he kicked me out. And it's like, yeah, you walked in and pissed in his face.
You did something bad.
That's what happens when you go to a guy's job and you piss in his face. He's going to get you thrown out of the building. If you go to John and you're Karl and you say, how's it going, buddy? He's going to lose his mind. You knew that going in. Here we go.
Thanks so much for picking up on me.
Of course.
Hey, John, how's it going, buddy? How you doing?
I'm not your buddy, and you doxed your dad 2 years ago, and you pretended that you didn't, and collected all those super chats, you fucking lying prick.
Keanu right away is just going, what the fuck happened to my show?
She's like, I've been derailed.
She goes, so Karl says hi. John knows exactly why he's calling right off the bat because he said something about his dad and his dad's illness or something. And then and then John goes, well, you doxed your dad a couple years ago when you talked about him and talked about how he was sick and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'll tell you this, as a broadcaster, don't bring up anybody on your show that you don't want anybody else to talk about.
Yeah, there's plenty of people whose names I won't say here. You know?
There are enough people listening to anybody at any given time where if you talk about somebody, they're now going to want to know shit about that person. So, in my opinion, once you bring someone up, the cat's out of the bag, the genie's out of the bottle, you can't put it back in.
Oh.
Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. So once you throw someone's name out there, now to your friends and enemies, they've become known. So if your dad gets sick or something like that, don't talk about it on the air.
No.
Unless you're ready to hear some dingleberry talk shit about it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just so many people, like, if they're not on this screen that I think should just never get brought up in general.
Hey, Karl, have you ever heard of a dentist?
I don't talk shit about your kids.
Oh yeah. I played 3 examples of it today.
Look at her.
You dumb fuck. 3 examples.
Keanu's just like, all right, I was trying to do a show, but I guess you two can just yell at each other if you want.
Oh, this poor beautiful girl. She's like somewhere between, oh my God, this is so awful, and
Yeah.
like shaking like Gordy does, just sitting
Right.
still.
It's nice to see that our friends got involved in this, and they right away went, this shit is crazy and retarded.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
You watched my show today. You calling my kids losers?
It's amazing. I think Aaron's amazing. I think you're a fucking
wait.
loser.
Yeah.
By the way, he didn't mean me when he said Aaron's amazing.
No.
He's talking about his ex-wife's husband. So, like, Carl's bringing up those people.
That's
to-
not
like,
cool.
But, okay.
No, it's like just point blank not cool.
You're saying shouldn't be doing that.
No.
So both of these guys should just, here's my solution. You both shut the fuck up and leave each other alone.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Quit
Yes,
talking about each other.
Why is it that when we don't like somebody else, we can't just leave it alone?
I mean, he won't stop talking about my dad. He won't stop talking about my ex-wife's husband. Well, how about you both just shut the fuck up then? You both have something that you don't want each other to talk about. I hate to be dad here to a couple of toddlers, but you look that way, you look that way, you don't look at each other, or I'll turn the fucking car around.
Or guess what? Like if somebody won't quit talking about you and your family or blah, 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 like just... You can't stop them anyways.
Right.
I've never been able to stop people from talking shit about myself or my family. It doesn't matter. Like, I just kind of stopped looking. And guess what? I don't see it anymore. It doesn't exist.
Or how about we do, here's another
It's gone.
solution. Carl, you don't really care that John says this shit about your dad. You're hardened to internet shit. You get it. John doesn't really care that you brought up his kids or the ex-wife's husband or anything. John doesn't care. You don't care. So let's all stop pretending that we care, because it's all just moral preening and posturing to get the high ground anyway. So you can get more people to feel sympathy for you. And then,
Woe is me.
John said bad things about my dad. Well, he said bad things about my dad. How about you both just stop pretending that you give a fuck and you be the soulless automatons we all know you to be, because you're internet hosts and none of us have a soul anymore, and you just talk your shit and do your show and move on. That sounds good. Because this kind of sounds like gay bitching.
It is gay bitching.
Go. Yeah. Okay, Snaggletooth.
All
Yeah,
right.
We're being
All right,
children.
Carl.
Yeah, keep it up,
Let-
Lady Kmart.
All right, ready,
Nice
ready?
paneling, you fucking loser.
Number one.
Okay, so you're not embarrassed when you do this?
I would be. I would be so embarrassed to be caught behaving this way.
I would be embarrassed to be okay, I'm on Keanu's show. I'm not going to start screaming like this in front of my friends.
No, what a lovely girl. Are you kidding me?
I'm not going to say. Do you
Don't
think
scream in front of
Do
her?
you think Keanu is getting soaked in her seat watching a 60-year-old man go, "Oh, you need a dentist, you loser? Why don't you get some less paneling?"
I do sometimes wonder if they think that we think that you look tough when they sit and do this. Like, do you think we're impressed with your toughness? I don't. Like, I'm not. I like having a nice professional man on a screen.
I know
Have some fun.
I know Carl well enough, I believe, that I don't think he really gives a fuck about any of this. I think it's
Maybe he doesn't.
as Alexander Usyk said, I think it's show. Maybe Carl not serious, maybe I see a phone call, I say, whoa, John, be careful, please. I say, Keanu, hang up phone, jab. I say, stop interview, please.
Number one. Yes. One moment. Number one. Carl, I'm sorry about what's going on with your father. Number two, I'm going to do 30 seconds on the clock. I'll let each of you speak. What do we feel about that?
Okay, so we're organizing.
I don't
Keanu's.
fucking want to talk.
I mean, that's
Okay, he
fair.
doesn't even want to talk. All right,
No,
Carl,
because
let's
he's
go.
a loser who's in love with me, and fucking you fucking totally took advantage of your audience yesterday, pretending that you didn't
So you
know
watch.
that you doxed your father, and pretended I did, and started talking about HIPAA laws, and the only HIPAA is the hippo you're married to.
Okay, see, that's shitty now. That's shitty.
Stop it.
doing that.
This sounds like you hate Carl, clearly, and you sound like you were watching his show
Yeah.
still. I don't watch a single person's show that I hate. I don't know. I don't even watch the clips. because I don't care and I don't want to see it.
And I've seen Carl's wives.
Wives, huh?
I've seen
Ooh.
Carl's wife. She's not a hippo. She seems like a nice enough lady. I don't know her. I've never met her, but
Never seen her.
like just that kind of shit. Yeah, the hippo you marry. Shut the fuck up. Like, stop. This isn't life and death. These aren't the fucking trenches. This isn't the Battle of Verdun. It's fucking internet streaming. God, you guys are stupid. Your wife is a hippo. Good one.
Somebody called me a hippo once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're more like a baby hippo.
Those are cute, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that little baby hippo at like the Cincinnati Zoo named Fiona? Everyone loved her. I want to be her.
You're sexy like Fiona.
That fucking girl is hideous. She looks like she weighs 250 pounds. God bless Jennifer
Kiki.
Santoro, that hideous elephant. So you go not have sex with her in your fucking paneled bedroom with the picture of me hanging over your fucking bed. You
That
snag.
sounds terrible. My God. Okay, wait, we have another.
Keanu is realizing now that she is in the gayest universe in all of the internet.
I see. Okay, this is where I'm sitting right now. You just asked me to reach out to have this dude on your show, which I will not be part of.
Okay.
I've already decided that.
Maybe Gino, maybe Rumble Friday.
I think for Rumble Friday maybe would be cool.
Ooh.
I don't know that you need somebody like this on here because this shit just happens. That is no matter what list of things you go into wanting to talk to him about, people always want to circle back to this bullshit.
And I get that.
And I don't like it.
My thing is, I want to be the one to tell John these things that I'm screaming at the screen right now. Because nobody does that. Everyone else just feeds into it and fights the fights and does all that. I go, hey, John, have you ever considered just not being gay anymore? Have you ever just thought about not doing gay shit and not just sitting there, oh, you talked about this person. Have you ever thought about just letting this shit die and move on?
I can answer that for you. The answer is no, because even though he took this long-ass fucking break, he came back to talk about the same shit.
Yeah.
And his whole point was, I'm just going to disappear so y'all can't talk about it.
Right.
You came right back to it. I don't know. These people love it. The answer is no.
Carl, call back if you'd
Carl
like to.
hung up.
I think he hung up. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Call back again. I apologize. Sorry, we got out over our skis there. All right. Well, I'm glad you.
Well, you
got
know
to
Carl's
do
going to
what
be
you
an
wanted to
asshole.
say.
All right. So that's I'm done with that clip. It's
Poor
just
Keanu.
it's the gayest world in the internet.
Yep.
You talked about this. You talked about that. Who gives a fuck? Go do your show.
There is no fun to be had. It really is the internet blood sports. People are just so pot committed to seeing who can be meaner to who.
Right.
That's it.
G-Chup says, poor Keanu, I feel bad for her to put up with that. April should go see her and console her.
I mean, I agree.
In
And
Dallas.
they're with fun people in Dallas right now. I could really have some fun.
Douchey Nazi says, they is cry, sometime comes the mother, sometimes the wolf. Thank you. Scarface says, it's the same shit that has been said for 5 years. ROTC did it first. That's true. ROTC, like Royce and Mersch kind of got treated like shit by the people who jumped on all that stuff in that community because they were the first ones to find out that John was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else jumped in on it. And then like ROTC aren't part of that DabbleCon thing they did a year and a half ago. That's fucking bullshit.
Oh, God, I'm so thankful I never went to that.
Yeah, that was...
I really am.
But like Royce and Mersch not only should have been at that, they should have been one of the people organizing it. Like they should have invited those guys in to be like one of the cornerstone features of DabbleCon because I first heard about how crazy Stuttering John was from ROTC and then everybody else followed suit. And then they just kind of got frozen out of it, which I think is kind of gay.
Yeah, but it's par for the course with these people.
Erectimus Prime says, I'm happy you've at least tried to separate for all of these loons. It's way more fun to go outside looking in and see how like silly and stupid it is. Darb says, Aaron, April, you think you're going to wrangle this prick? Yes, I am.
No, I 100% just like voiced that I don't think so.
I'm going to do a better job with John than anybody's ever done because I'm an interviewer. I'll be able to handle John just fine. I am a cunt says, not going to lie. See, I'm not even going to, I may think that guy's like a useless bum. I'm not going to say anything about his wife. That poor woman has been through enough, to be honest with you. And they're not. It's nobody talking about Karl. Karl's wife seems like a nice lady.
I'm not technically off limits here because I'm part of this show. But when it goes to family members or friends and stuff, that should be off limits.
You shouldn't do it.
Just out of principle. Like, if you're any kind of man out there, you shouldn't be deep diving into people's personal lives. It's sick.
You shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't need to for content.
No. Look at me here. There is plenty to go around, I promise.
Yeah. Brian Thomas says, you're so naive. Anthony already tried what you're talking about. Well, I try, I fail, I move on. ROTC is kind of above all that BS. That's true. Yeah, they just moved on from it. Hobo Chili says ROTC thought it was stupid at the time, plus the JRC3 was time-consuming. Aaron talked to Kumia first. He's had John on his show. I'd have to go between April. He'd answer April's calls, not mine.
Should I message Kumia and see what he thinks about having Stuttering John on a show, how that goes?
When I told Anthony, I DM'd him and I said, hey, man, get well soon. I hope you're doing okay. I didn't expect anything back because he's probably very busy with DMs. April sent him one, and April goes, oh, so you heard back from Anthony? And I'm like, no, why? She goes, oh, he just sent me a nice thing back that said, wow, thank you very much, April. That means a lot. I appreciate that.
I always felt I was so happy just to hear from him, and I'm like, now I maybe just don't want to tell Aaron because he's so cunty about it.
And then she told me,
I didn't know.
She told me, and I'm like, no, he never said a fucking word.
I was
back
so
to me.
excited to like share that with you, and then you're like, what?
Yeah, I have my Anthony relationship vicariously through April.
I mean, I can message him.
That's all of it. No, I don't need your pity.
It'd be nice to hear from him.
I don't need your Kumia pity. I'll tell you that right now. All right, let's throw a quick thank you out there.
Okay.
And then we'll get back into things here. Hold on a minute. Oh, they changed the interface.
Oh, when I finish this one up, would you like one?
Maybe.
It's very light.
Bill, thank you very much for the $5. Appreciate that. Very nice of you.
Thank you.
Guys, we're an even 220 away from overtime tonight. I tell you what, how about we get under 200 in the next 10 minutes? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, appreciate it.
That'd be cool.
Throw a couple bucks. Everybody throw a couple of bucks at us. That means you too. And we'll get that 220 taken care of in no time. April, Missy number 2, Kumia, says Alex.
Don't tease me with that. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's okay.
Kidding.
It's okay.
He's way too far away.
Oh, is that what it is? It's just way too far away?
You're just so lovely. I could never leave.
Oh, that was the right answer. Thank you very much. You'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I don't want to be too gay because then people out there clip these things and like, look at what a fag he is. His wife loves him and works with him. Ugh.
His wife thinks he's
Fucking
attractive
gross.
and good. What a piece of shit.
She's not even attractive, so of course she thinks he is. I've heard it all.
That's a good impression of the internet.
That's what I imagine they all sound like.
Holy shit.
And they have like weird green foam dripping from their teeth.
That's pretty good. All right, let's get into some things here. This is maybe the shittiest human being we have on the show today. We were going to do this one this morning. There's a realtor in Las Vegas who's considered one of the top realtors out there and has a reputation for just being a go-getter and, making deals. And you need your house sold, you go to this person. Apparently scammed their best friend with dementia out of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No.
What a piece of rat shit.
Come on.
Let's play this one from Channel 8 News in Nevada.
Damn it.
Were sentenced for scamming a man with dementia out of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
She called that man her best friend, but what she did to him is sending her to jail.
8 News Now investigator David Charnes, the only reporter in court, as she learned her fate.
A jury found 50-year-old Sophia Smith guilty of exploiting a man more than 40 years her senior, a man she called her best friend. But she stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from him to fund what prosecutors say was a lavish lifestyle.
In my addiction,
See, now, like, normally, if you scam an elderly person, I blame the elderly person.
Yeah, but
if you have dementia, I mean, you're pretty defenseless.
There's literally nothing you could have done to prevent this. This chick's 50?
Looks good from behind. I'm going to say this. I bet she's Asian.
Wait a minute.
They age interestingly.
Wait.
She just looks Asian from behind.
They age interestingly?
Yeah.
I manipulated someone that loves me unconditionally just to feed my habit.
90-year-old Cornelius Hoffman, known as Connie, poses with the realtor who stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from him. Though she's smiling here on Facebook,
she's not
Sophia
Asian.
Smith wasn't too happy in this jail uniform Tuesday as a judge sentenced her.
As opposed to what? People who are totally psyched when they're in that jail uniform at sentencing?
I mean, some people are probably happy to have food.
She didn't seem too happy to be sentenced by the judge. Wow, thanks, buddy. Breaking news.
Hot take.
Now, does she go flying over the table like that one black dude did?
I'm thinking that should be like the new TikTok challenge.
Yeah. Can you clear the desk? Watch all these short women try to do it and just face plant right into the computer?
Yeah, just make sure either a family member or a friend is at your hearing. And
yeah, exactly.
At some point in my friendship with Connie, I became a gambleaholic. In my addiction and losing money gambling, I became greedy.
She knew he was elderly.
Ooh. You are in the worst goddamn spot in the universe to have a gambling addiction, young lady.
Oh, yeah, you got to get out of there.
God, you can't stay in Nevada and be like, oh, I have a gambling addiction. Where do you live? Nevada. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You need to move to Idaho Springs, Colorado.
Or
and then nothing will happen.
Or
ever.
Utah. Go to Salt Lake City. They'll keep you out of gambling.
I don't know.
She knew he had memory issues, and she knew he had dementia.
Prosecutors say Hoffman's donated to Smith's nonprofit, the Strong Arm Foundation, which, according to its website, was meant to help underprivileged women and children. But
how great is it that someone who scammed a guy out of hundreds of thousands of dollars ran something called the Strong Arm Federation?
Oh my God, right over my
It's a little too on the nose, isn't it?
Way too on the nose. Hey. On the arm.
She bullied a man with dementia out of hundreds of thousands. Oh, really? What'd she do it through? Oh, her foundation. Well, what's her foundation's name? Strong Arm. Oh. I mean, did she name it that after she did it to the guy?
Oh. But in court Tuesday, prosecutors said it was all a scam, and most of the money went to Smith herself.
Ooh.
Ironically, her foundation's name, the Strong Arm Foundation, was used to effectively strong-arm Mr. Hoffman's.
Hey, look at this fucking guy.
$38,223.56.
That big chunk of change funded a home, an RV, and gambling debts.
Oh,
court
you
documents
bitch.
indicate Hoffman.
What a fucking...
She got a mortgage for a nice house with a pool. She got a nice RV, and she paid off her bookies. Wow.
That is not cheap. Are you kidding me?
What a cunt.
What's the RV for?
Yeah, driving around the desert.
Looking for strippers and cocaine?
Picking up old people so you can get all their social security numbers.
Oh.
Believed he and Smith were in a dating relationship, but in reality, she didn't feel the same.
I'm sorry that I didn't tell Connie I was gay.
Smith apologized for her
wow.
Yeah.
So she's gay on top of it?
She could be on top, I suppose.
years of deceit.
But most of all, I'm sorry for manipulating, deceiving, and taking advantage of my best friend.
Judge Carly Kearney noting the 90-year-old's kindness.
Oh. It's just such a sad situation that you took advantage of that trust in the way that you did.
Kearney sentenced Smith to 6 months in jail and probation. Now, if she violates that probation...
That's it? You got to steal...
Small, like...
Yeah, you got to steal hundreds of thousands of dollars from some guy?
So, wait, do you get to keep the things you buy?
Right?
Do you keep them, or do you have to forfeit those? Do you have to give it back?
That's interesting. Well,
right?
you'll probably have to pay restitution. So
restitution for sure, but
I'm guessing you'll have to sell those things to pay the restitution. But if you
So
can,
you're right
if you can
back to
find
where
a way
you
to finance
started.
them and keep them, it's not bad.
I don't know.
Probation, she'll have to go to prison for at least 12 years, and the judge warned her not to mess up. Smith has not faced any charges connected to the Strong Arm Foundation, where prosecutors say nearly 90% of donations went to fund that lifestyle.
Oh, so forget just his, like the movie, like the money she hustled out of that guy.
I guess.
She also, 90% of the money that came through that foundation, she used it for the gambling and the RVs and the houses. Oh my God. She is a total unrepentant piece of shit. Boy, is she garbage. My Lost Interest says 2 BJs worth $130,000 each. Well, I mean, prostitution is legal.
Out there? What are you talking about?
Prostitution's legal in Nevada.
It is not legal in Las Vegas.
But in Nevada it is.
Parts of it.
Yeah, so just take them to those parts, blow them, and then charge them $130,000 each. I like My Lost Interests idea. Make it legit.
Maybe.
There you go. Make them sign something.
If somebody's willing to pay that, like, how good of a BJ do you give?
Or just how
You better fucking...
Or just how dumb is the guy?
Yeah, but if you don't give a quality one and they're not inclined to pay, suddenly this could get dicey.
Rusty Grammer says, wow, and they lock up people for victimless crimes even longer. The system is fucked. I know. She took a shitload of money from this guy, and she's getting 6 months in jail. God damn. Nana's Clam says, Clark County, Aaron. Right. Clark County. So we're good?
So, no, I think it's not legal in Clark County.
Oh, it's not legal in Clark County.
Yeah, right. Las Vegas is in Clark County.
Okay.
So it's not legal there.
Well, then I apologize.
I think you got to go.
Alex says, how much did she win gambling? Well, seeing as she had to pay gambling debts, she must not have done that well.
Yeah, I don't think she was winning.
Yeah.
I think you probably start a gambling addiction because you start winning. And then eventually, like, you get addicted to the feeling of winning and the rush, and then you lose it, and then you keep chasing it.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys, 2:20 away. We've officially hit the halfway point for tonight's show, and we are 2:20 away from doing overtime tonight. We are 2:20 away from our last evening show goal. Let's drill that. Let's knock it out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, gifted memberships, Rumble Rants. Let's have everybody dig in. Oh,
8 News Now.
Shut up. Let's have everybody dig in, and let's knock that out, and let's wrap up this night of this week of evening shows on a high note, and then we can go to bed happy.
Would be nice.
Sounds good to me. And then we've only got tomorrow morning left after that.
Ooh, and then it's Gino on Friday.
And then Gino on Friday. So we've the last 2 days in the morning, we've just barely gotten there right at the end. Nailed it, got it. Let's knock this one out tonight and call it a perfect week of evening shows. Do you guys want... Oh, are you going to die?
I was waiting for it. It never came.
You never die. Oh, well, I know. That's always the worst, isn't it?
It's really unsatisfying.
That's really unsatisfying when that happens.
I needed to sneeze.
As Gino says, we'll get you on the way back.
Oh.
There you go. All right. My Lost Interest gifting 5 memberships. What a guy. 210 away from hitting tonight.
You.
Thank you very much. I like some of these names. BJ, Holokang, Cameron Souter, The Canner, and Chandler Can't Swim. All getting memberships.
No. What a rude...
That is an ugly, disgusting rumor.
Is too soon.
Yes.
Okay? Let the body cool.
Yeah, let Chandler's dead body live.
How dare you?
For a little bit. Sid Saraf gifting 5 memberships. Bry Guy, Mike McShane, fucking Phillips, and Dash, as well as Oliver Hernandez, all getting memberships. Well, look at that. It's 8 o'clock, the halfway point, and we are at 200, right on pace. Thank you, you two. That works great. We appreciate that. Just 200 away. Everybody throw in, and we'll get that knocked out by the end of the night, and we'll go until 2:30. Maybe we'll watch a couple of special items. Right now, I want to play America's favorite game. What the fuck did the President of the United States just say?
This is my favorite. I love this.
It's a good game because, he's been around long enough now where we're all kind of numb to the fact that he's fucked things up so badly.
It's just kind of known.
Yeah, you just kind of like, okay, at least now my assumption is that when he does something, it's going to go terrible.
Yes.
It's going to go awful. It's going to be a nightmare.
I'll leave him in charge of it.
So we don't have to worry about him sucking because we've already accepted that part. So all the things he does past that are embarrassing, we can have a good laugh at because we're not expecting him to do a good job. So this is Joe Biden at a rally to defend choice. So Trump's talking about making America great and we need to fix the borders and fix the economy. And what are Joe Biden and Kamala Harris talking about? Fucking abortion.
Which, in my opinion, I've been trying to scream at people after I was really polite about it. It's not important for the general populace to be talking about. It's a medical decision, right?
Most of us don't give a shit about abortion because we're not 22-year-old whores.
Yes, it is between you and your goddamn doctor and your fucking god of your choosing. Okay? Do you need to do it? Fine. Do you want to do it? Fine. Do you not want to do it? Don't do it then. I don't care. I really wish people would stop talking about this. It bothers me to no end at this point.
It doesn't sound like it's really one of the top voting issues for you this year.
No, I don't give a shit. If I ever needed one, which there was a point in my life where I'm like, holy fuck, if something bad happened here, I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? I would have. It never came to that, which is great. But I
All
would
right.
have. And I wouldn't have talked about it. I would not have bragged about it because it's nobody's business. But I also wouldn't have sat there and cried like a fucking fool because I made the choice.
Let's go through some examples. Your last relationship you were in.
Okay.
You get pregnant. What do?
In the last relationship?
Yeah.
I would have kept it.
You'd have kept that one.
Yep.
The one before that.
Yeah, I would have kept that one too.
Okay.
That one would have been tougher because I was younger, but yeah.
What do? Your first let's say the cornfield or the barley field or
That's
whatever
that
happens.
guy.
Well, you haven't had many boyfriends.
Nope.
Fuck.
I had, before Barleyfield guy, there were like 3 of them that I dated for like a month
Those don't
or
count.
2.
You didn't fuck them.
No, I didn't.
So-
No, boyfriend-wise, I've only been with Barleyfield dude after that one, like relationship-wise, and you. So,
Jeez.
I mean, there was other guys that I wanted to be with that just didn't pan out.
Just
that
didn't
way.
happen.
No, I'm
You got
more
shot
so
down a
saying,
lot.
like if there was an assault or something like that, and God forbid, yeah, I'm not keeping it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can get
But
that one.
That's not something I'm willing to do, and I'm not going to feel great about it. But I also wouldn't go advertising the decision I had to make.
Sure.
It's just not for the general public's like knowing. It's not their business, and I don't see how this is a topic to share with anyone.
You don't think
no
it's something that like a presidential candidate should run on?
No, but for some reason it fucking, you know, like people say, ooh, sex sells in movies. Like abortion apparently sells with like liberal women all over the place. So
Young women, yeah, it's a big topic.
I really could not give a fuck. I don't care.
The Happy Plague Doctor with $5 says my shortwave radio shows up Friday. Tomorrow's gonna suck.
My shortwave radio?
Don't know what that means. 195 away from overtime today. Thank you guys very much. You've crossed that $200 threshold. Let's knock out the rest. I love Confessions of a Harlot, says Hobo Chili Recipe.
See, I feel like I was a prude though.
Aristocrat King Yeti says there are millions of dusty old ladies that are pissed about Roe being overturned, like they're gonna need 15 abortions at 65.
That's a really great point. There, if you've ever seen any of these protests or rallies, there's a lot of really middle-aged women that are clearly not needing to be worried about needing an abortion.
I love women who have like good money and are like in their 30s and they're like, what if I need an abortion? I'm like, well, then you're evil. Like you're a really shitty person. You have all the means to raise a kid.
I totally get.
You're not in your prime anymore. Like you can go ahead and just raise a kid now if you get knocked up. And plus, if you don't know how to avoid getting pregnant in your 30s, you deserve to have a kid.
That's kind of my thing. Is there are so many ways today to not be pregnant.
Yeah.
My only exceptions, like for myself, would have been, hey, was there some sort of like abuse or an assault or something like that? Like, all right, then that makes clear sense because you don't want a reminder of that the rest of your life.
Irish Diesel says April having sex with only 3 people, including Aaron, makes it understandable why she thinks his trash penis is mediocre or half decent.
Oh, you sweet summer child. I
When
have
did she
not
say it was
only
mediocre?
had sex with 3 people, and he is great.
Did you hear
He's
that?
great.
Did you fucking hear that?
I have a very small number, but enough to know, you know.
She knows.
This person's insane.
What?
Where did
Which
we get off
person's
thinking
insane? I'm insane or he's
I've only
insane?
been with 3 people.
Well,
huh?
you said you've had 3 relationships.
Right.
Yes.
Ugh.
Happy Plague Doctor says Aaron, big radio guy, doesn't know what shortwave is. No, I know what shortwave is. I didn't understand what you meant by tomorrow's going to suck. Like you have to listen to this show because you don't have your shortwave radio, therefore tomorrow's going to suck.
Somebody just said, like, what was it? Small
number 37 says
Not
Jeremy.
even. I think I barely make it to 10 if I were to sit and count right now.
If you were to sit and count, you don't know if you could make it
I
to
think
10?
I do make 10, yeah. Right?
Yeah, I started counting mine not too long ago in front of April, and she kind of went, oh, okay. What the fuck? Wait. Oh, she's counting. Hold on. She's counting.
Probably.
No, because I think when people are talking about that, yeah, they're talking about something very...
So they're
yeah.
talking about,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
Oh.
So I don't think that counts.
Okay.
Are you counting? April's going to officially go for it here. If I did mine, it would be, oh, fuck.
I can't count with you.
Sorry. Boy. And then there was that one, that one, that one, that one. And that one. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 13.
Hold on.
That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. 13's okay. 37. Where'd it go? 37 in a row, says Taste Fairy.
I can't count.
That's a problem.
I can't. No, it's not like that.
You went to public school in Litchfield.
I'm forgetting these men. I guess they weren't that important. They just weren't that good.
Quote, I'm forgetting these men.
I don't know if that... Wow.
Wow. All right, guys. We're good. Ghazi Boy says prostitutes don't count, Aaron. Damn it. Well, then subtract 9. 195 is the number. That's how far away we are. Let's go to the Joe Biden thing. Oh, wow. You're a long ways from 10, homie.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not good. Oh. 10. Made it to 10.
You did?
Yep.
Just made it to 10? Or do you get to 11?
I think it's 10.
Okay.
Maybe I'm forgetting somebody. I don't know.
Well,
it's 10 or 11. It's really not that many. And clearly it's not that important.
All right, let's go to this Joe Biden thing. President Joe Biden was making a speech about Roe v. Wade because while his opponent in the next election is talking about fixing the borders and fixing the economy, he wants to make sure people can still get rid of their babies. So let's see how he gave a full... Let's listen to how Joe Biden gave a full-throated defense of abortion rights on the campaign trail.
If we were full-throated, we wouldn't have this problem.
No, listen, he's full-throated. Let's take a listen.
Take the loads in your throat.
Oh, I thought you meant he's too stupid to talk loud. I'm an ass. All right, here we go. Joe Biden defending choice. Let's listen to the ally that women have in Joe Biden.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Are we stroking out live?
One more time.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Don't mess with the women of America unless you want to get the benefit?
I think that's what he intended to say.
That still doesn't make any fucking sense. Don't mess with the women of America unless you want to get the benefit.
It does not check out.
Does that mean like don't fuck a single mom unless you want her welfare?
I guess so. Yeah, do you want the benefits?
Is that what it means? Don't fuck with the women of America unless you want benefits. Oh, you mean don't date an overweight white woman with a kid because you'll have to share her welfare money.
Or does he mean benefits as in like they're willing to fuck rich white men? Like just in case they'd want to stick around and be
and they've learned, these ones have learned their lesson. They'll swallow. So that's unlike April can right now.
You do have to let me swallow first sometimes.
I apologize.
I'm going to get you one of these after this.
Sometimes I plug her nose and I just go, there you go. It's a horrible thing to do.
Sheesh.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson.
Oh, yeah?
Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Can we get the pudding out of our mouth first?
Don't fuck a liberal woman unless you want to pay for her abortion.
This man has pistachio pudding in his mouth from breakfast earlier.
Oh, man.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Did they just cheer that? These are retarded people.
They're stupid.
They're dumber than he is.
I think if you hold a defend choice sign, you're retarded. If you hold a pro-life or defend choice sign, you're retarded. I'm sorry. You don't need to do this.
But like him saying that and then these people cheering, that's like when rock stars get really old and they can't even sing the songs anymore, but the fans just like hearing the music. So they'll be like, Stairway to heaven. And they go, woo, yeah, stairway. Fuck yeah. It's like he didn't even sing the words to the song.
Family Guy did that once. They did a Sting clip, actually, where none of it was intelligible at all. And then except for the last few words of it, the Brand New Day song.
Oh, cool. So they stole South Park's Phil Collins bit. That's cool. Okay. Or they stole South Park's Timmy bit when he had a rock band. That's good. Okay. You know, I understand why they would do it. I mean, if they're not stealing from South Park, they have to write their own jokes, and we all see how that works out. I just don't. Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane. Yeah.
Do you know that I've completely stopped watching that because of you? I like South Park too, though. Why can't both exist?
I can't put them in the same category because one is so much far superior than the other one.
Why can't I just like them like I like Sopranos and Shameless? They're nothing alike.
I didn't say you couldn't like it. I just point out that it's shit and you have a guilty conscience because you know I'm partially right. You know it's dog shit compared to South Park. And it's hard for me to watch Brilliance and then watch dog shit.
I've never said it's better. I just liked it.
I'm just pointing out facts about Family Guy. And that if that makes you feel guilty and not want to watch it, I can't be held responsible for that.
You're right.
They do have a couple of funny things, but it's just you got to wade through a lot of horse shit.
You like the Insist Upon Itself.
I like the Godfather
I
clip.
like the Money Pit.
Yeah, that is my answer to that question. But none of it is ever in service to the plot of the fucking show, which annoys the shit out of me.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson.
What's that?
Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
I don't know what that means, though. Like, even if he said that clearly, he still misread the teleprompter.
He was doing that thing where his tongue slinks back into his throat for a little bit, and he's got to
Now, this is the actual translation. We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the men of America unless you want to get the benefit.
Maybe he's talking about Mennonites.
Oh, it could. You know what? He could be talking about the Mennonites. That's true.
Don't mess with the Mennonites.
Don't. They won't make you couches. A Bride and Crime family becoming a member for his 20th month. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
We're still 195 away from tonight, though. We do need to make some headway on that. We've got about 45 minutes left in tonight's show. Let's see if we can get a little generosity, and hopefully we can knock that out or at least get to a respectable part before we miss tonight's program. Let's talk about the Taylor Swift thing.
All right.
I don't know why we can't lock this guy up. I don't know why we can't just catch him on her property one more time and just shoot him. I don't know. These stalker things they're dangerous. Nobody takes this stalker shit seriously. It's all ha-ha, big fun and games, but these guys kill people.
Yes, somebody ends up dead eventually. And do you really want to lose America's sweetheart?
Ask Selena what it's like to, not take stalking fans seriously.
I don't know if you can ask her anymore.
And you know why you can't?
Why is that, Aaron?
Because she's fucking dead.
Oh.
Because she got killed by one of her crazy-ass fans. Didn't the woman who killed Selena, run her fan club?
It was something closer.
Selena, let her in on the inside. And then she's like, all right, you got to go. You're a little fucked up. And then she showed her how fucked up she was by, I believe, was it shooting or stabbing? I think she shot her at her front door.
I don't like letting people get too close to me. Yeah.
Selena could have listened. Selena was the fan club president. Okay, that was it. Yeah, it made her the fan club president. And then something about stealing money or accusations of not getting stuff to fans.
Sure.
Or whatever. And then so she had to let her go. And then that fan decided that, well, if she can't have Selena, nobody can.
Okay, she ran her fan club and then she was stealing. Yeah.
Yeah. So Taylor Swift has this stalker. Okay, she was embezzling money from Selena also. Yeah, then you got to let her go. So Taylor Swift has this stalker who over the course of the last 3 days, including today, has now been arrested 3 times trying to get into her New York City home.
I hate this.
They arrested him the first time, arrested him the second time, let him out either last night or today, and now he got busted again. He's not going to stop going back to her house. You have to lock this guy up. I don't know what the rules are, but there's got to be an order of protection in place. I feel like they automatically do that in crimes like this.
You should. I mean, somebody's clearly trying to get after you, and they're not stopping.
Right.
There has to be something a little more permanent than just, let's just put him in jail for the night and let him back out.
We
It's
really,
clearly not working.
yeah. I mean, we don't take this shit seriously at all. This guy should not be out there to break in 3 times. He also, like, you lay eyes on him once, he's mentally ill as fuck.
He looks the part, yeah.
Yeah. The video shows David Crow smoking a cigarette Wednesday, 2 p.m. outside a McDonald's just 2 blocks from her townhouse. However, witnesses say he eventually made his way back to Taylor's place, and someone in the neighborhood sounded the alarm, calling 911 to report him. Let's take a look at the video. So this is apparently not far from her house. And after this video was taken, he just headed over to Taylor Swift's house and, again, tried to break in once more. Yeah, just light up your cigarette.
What do you think the end game is? Okay, let's say you do get in there. What's your plan?
I think these guys have convinced themselves that they're in some kind of relationship with her or that she has a crush on them.
Taylor, I love you so much. You don't need that Kelsey guy.
Yeah, what do you need?
Me.
What do you need with a big hulking football player who's got, a giant NFL-sized cock and huge muscles?
Have you seen Kelsey?
His dick? No.
I don't even need the dick. Have
you
you seen him?
You don't need the dick. He's in phenomenal shape.
He's pretty.
He's a big man.
That's a nice looking dude.
Travis Kelsey is a big fella.
I'd
That's
be
true.
so pissed if I was Kelsey.
Glory Day says end game is cummies. He just wants to jizz on her pillow a little bit.
Fair enough.
That's all. Optic Nerve says she'll come around soon. That's what he's thinking. Yeah, that's why these guys are so dangerous and why I wish law enforcement would take it a little bit more seriously and lock these guys up.
Yep.
Put them away. Get them, lock them up until you can get these guys a psych eval and find out if these guys should even be out amongst people, let alone Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because he's just going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. And like we said with the Selena thing, these people don't quit. They just escalate.
So, my experience with my stalker started as, when your name and phone number are listed in, a church, help book for, coffee hours and stuff. He got my information from there. And mind you, he's, 2.5 times my age at the time. Well, so probably still. It's creepy, okay? But he started by messaging me about churchy stuff. So I'm like, this is kind of weird, but it seems normal enough.
Sure.
And then it moves into a little more personal topics. He finds out, when I have sports practices and he drives by and then he says he wants to take me places or he wants to wait for me because I'm almost out of high school and all this stuff. It really got bad quick and it was me skating all of it. I was one of those people I should have blocked the number, but I just thought not responding was enough.
Women have that problem where they think like women, they don't think like crazy men.
I don't think like that anymore. This
Right.
was a learning curve.
But women have this thing where they're like, well, if I don't talk to him, then I would get the hint and I would stop
Yes.
texting. But they don't think like
They
a
don't.
crazy guy.
No, he started driving by places that I'd be at. He'd come
Right.
to my work. He'd come to my practices. He'd drive by school when I'd be going out to lunch.
Right. They don't give up that easy.
He tried calling my phone sometimes, and my mom answered one time and threatened the piss out of him, and he never called again, at least. But
No.
not fun. That was a scary dude.
I am a cunt says, and then I married him. MSO says if you donate to this show, you love Biden. I think even MSO would agree that he doesn't want us falling 195 short tonight. I mean, a loss is a loss. What are you going to do? MSO gets the W. But I don't think he wants us falling 195 behind.
No, sir.
So, yes, if you want to throw in. Let's do that because we are getting low on time, about 35 minutes left, and hopefully we can knock that down. We've struggled. We've struggled, but we've won this week. We haven't missed it all this week, but we have struggled mightily. That's for sure. So if you really love Biden, you should definitely contribute to the program. That's what MSO says. If you donate to the show, you love Biden. There you go. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, etc. Thank you very, very much. Let's take a look at this guy in court. Again, he just looks A judge should be able to look at this guy and go, yeah, you're not getting out until a psychiatrist talks to you.
There's a few brain cells missing.
Yeah. And a few extra chromosomes.
And yet continues to return to the same spot in an effort to see Ms. Swift. A full order of protection is necessary to ensure Ms. Swift's safety. As for release, the people are requesting supervised release at the highest possible tier and level. These cases are not deemed bail eligible. However, the defendant's continued conduct in showing up to this location, despite numerous directives to leave, shows a clear risk that the defendant will not abide by court orders to return to court.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe that, like, the state starts from a negotiated position. They go, oh, he should be released on supervised release. They should do a thing where, like, we want him held on this much bail.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. Why? I was just sitting there wondering to myself, okay, why do they want him, like, on a supervised release? It's like, you don't have to be nice to this guy. He's clearly not respecting your space.
See, that's what
leave him in there.
Yeah, the defense should be requesting that. You should be requesting, like, $100,000 bond.
Either that or he just says locked the fuck up.
Because he doesn't stop going.
Right.
He keeps going to Taylor Swift's house.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Glory Days says, rocking the fuck me eyes. What a stud. Oh.
No.
I am a cunt says, Jeremiah Johnson stalking her? You apologize to Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah,
that dude looks like a murder-suicide, says Hulkamasha Baby. Yeah, look, man, if you can't see this guy coming from a mile away, then you deserve to just be kicked off the bench, be kicked out of law enforcement, anything else, because that guy looks textbook, batshit, come on a girl's pillow when she's not home, kind of crazy.
I don't like it.
He's a nut. 383 Novocaine says Jim Harbaugh, new Chargers head coach. Yeah, I text Gino about that today. Poor Gino's so broken about his Chargers. It's crazy. He said, I couldn't even get excited about it because I've been so broken by this team this year. He goes, but I guess he's the best guy available, so I'll take it. It's the right call.
So he wasn't even that excited about it? Wow, nothing is supposed. You are not suave.
Oh,
about literally a single thing in your life.
I couldn't read it.
Would you like a beer?
I'll take one.
Let me get back.
Ricada says I paid him to stalk T-Swizzle so she couldn't see me stalking her. Oh, a bait and switch. Yeah, because like if you see Nick's big beady eyes outside your window and he's just staring in while you're recording an album, you're like, what the fuck? But if you see creepy Jeremiah Johnson guy out there first with his Rasputin beard, it softens the blow a little bit. I get it. Seth Albright says your last video you uploaded has been taken down due to copyright. Yeah, I know. This morning's episode got taken down because we played that I played an audio of that Ultimate Warrior clip, and Peacock said, done. No, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Nick informing me it was a master bait and switch. You see, let me explain the joke. To pleasure yourself would mean to masturbate. And thus, if you do a bait and switch very well, you could argue that it's a master bait and switch. Do you get the joke, Carnegie Hall? Thank you. So the Taylor Swift, yeah, I think that she's not being protected. Now, she's also got like 5,000 houses, so I don't even think she's at the New York one right now. But a guy like that, you got to change the stalking laws. At least, hold these people. At least. Oh, wait, but New York's a no cash bail city, aren't they? So they have to let people go now. Somebody said in the chat, Optic Nerve, he lives in New York. He said, we don't even lock up real criminals. You think we're going to lock up this guy? That's a fair point. But literally, he's gone 3 days in a row now. They've let him out. He goes to the townhouse. They let him out. He goes to the townhouse. They let him out. He goes to the townhouse. I wonder if he's going to start any new patterns the next day. Because they're going to let him go. They're going to let him go, and he's going to go right back to Taylor Swift's house. I think what they ought to do is just plant a drop gun on him and be done with it. They don't stop. They start whipping their dick out in front of the window. They start jacking off in front of people. It happened here in central Minnesota. There was some guy who just kept stalking people. And then he ended up on their front yard. And then he ended up with his pants down. And then he was naked outside their window. And then he was whacking off outside the window. There's no end to that shit.
I have to open it for you.
Why is that? I don't know how to open a beer?
They're not twist tops.
I don't have a bottle opener?
No, you don't.
Oh, well then in that case.
Relax.
You should probably open that beer for me then.
Well, and because it's just the right thing to do for a guy.
We're all very familiar with the Fani Davis thing at this point.
Yes.
You know, all the problems that she's been having because she had to fuck the guy she gave the Trump case to.
Had to or wanted to. They went on vacations together.
They went on
man.
vacations. They were sucking and fucking and all kinds of great stuff. And now I guess the divorce papers are coming out. We're finding out exactly how much was spent, the whole deal. MSO says, save your money, people. Only 336 days until Christmas.
You piece of shit.
It looks like you're heading for a big W there, MSO. 195 from an extra half hour tonight. I think you're going to get this one, buddy. I think we're probably going to just have our one miss for the week will be tonight. That's okay. We got what? Our last one is tomorrow, and then we got Rumble Friday, which is always a nice little freebie.
Yes.
Be all right.
Don't drink at the same time as me.
No drinking at the same time?
That's uncouth.
Modelo, not my favorite.
Why did you drink it then? I drink them because they're very light, very crisp, and they don't fill me up in the slightest.
So they're like me. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I would tend to disagree or grisagree.
You would grisagree. Well, I'll take a grisagreement
Okay.
on that statement. Psycho Shaman says Shaman is watching. Well, thank Christ. What else? What in the world are we fighting for then? If the Shaman isn't watching. Rocky with $20. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate the 20 spot. Old Rocky, 175 from tonight. I don't think that's enough to make MSO worried. I think he's still got it.
Yep.
Modella Negra is good. I won't settle for those kind of racial epithets on this program.
I've only had one of those once at Bravo Burritos, and it was good, but I figured I can't have those in the home here because Aaron might kill me.
Why? Because Negra?
They're darker, yeah.
Are there darker beers? You know, I was on a Guinness kick for a long time in my 20s.
Guinness? I loved Guinness at one point, too.
I was into Guinness. The problem is with Guinness, you can drink one or two, and then you feel like a whale.
Yeah, they're very filling. My favorite was the Guinness Nitro. It came in like tall, dark, like opaque bottles, and you just hard pour it into like a really frozen glass. It was delicious. So smooth.
Psycho Shaman says, my last victim was NLO. This ain't a joke, Aaron. Whoa, shit. Guys, steer clear of the Psycho Shaman. This guy is not fucking around. I like that he's nice about it, though. He's warning you. He's like, hey, look, this is no joke. I am not. The guy on the internet is saying this is not a joke. Hey, color me concerned. My Lost Interest says Guinness is actually lower in calories than most beers. My drink of choice.
Well, it's just like heavy, though. It's like thick, you know.
Mike Margiota says Guinness is chocolate milk for adults.
Guinness is delicious. Have you ever had a Guinness float?
Yes, I have.
I think I had one of those.
Because I'm gay.
I had one of those at Red Robin, and I've also had like a Bailey's shake there, a Guinness and Bailey's shake mixed. They used to have those, and they quit making them.
I'm not trying
Very
to call.
good.
I'm not trying to call bullshit on My Lost Interest. But I got to look up Guinness. Wow, 125, really?
Yeah, it's remarkably low.
It's all that. It's the nitrogen.
If it's the nitro one, they're not all nitro.
Oh.
I made that mistake once because I got addicted to the nitro ones, and then I bought a case that wasn't. Hated it.
Movie Star Fingernails says, not gonna lie, I missed the offering plate. I don't know. I don't really miss it. I'll be honest with you. But thank you very much for the input. I appreciate that. Maybe we'll bring it back someday once in a great while as like a fun little throwback kind of a deal. How's that? Let's go ahead and watch this guy who decided to go to the Fulton County Board meeting, or I think in Meeker County it's called a County Commissioners meeting.
Yes, it is.
They went to the public comment stage of today's meeting. And there was a gentleman there who wanted to voice his opinion on Fani Willis, the Fulton County prosecutor who appointed her side piece. Or no, she was his side piece.
Yes, because he's getting divorced now.
He's married. Okay, so he was fucking her behind the wife's back, and then the divorce happened and all that.
But she's not that cute, so I wonder what the wife looked like.
Poor
you know?
girl. Yeah, I don't know.
It's too bad.
And then now the media is trying to accuse the wife of divorcing him as like a ploy to be in cahoots with the Trump administration. As if a woman finds out her husband's fucking another chick behind her back, she's not going to get mad and divorce him. It's got to be a Trump ploy. God, they give him credit for being a wizard.
Right. How does Trump even enter that conversation?
All right, look.
Dick first, right?
I've got pictures of your husband fucking the other prosecutor, okay? You're gonna get a divorce, but you're gonna do it before the trial. And you're gonna get it thrown out. No. A woman in her position is so fucking pissed off at her husband. She's doing whatever she wants to do.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Good morning, Commissioners. Derek Blasingame. It is a pleasure and an honor to address you all.
You know what I like about this guy? He's in over his skis, but he's got confidence.
Yeah.
I like that this guy is like, he's coming up there. He's like, I'm going to say this like a radio announcer, and I'm going to be sharp, and I'm going to be solid. But he's got that nervous public speaking energy where his brain is working faster than his mouth will work.
He really thinks he has something to say, though.
Yeah, he's ready to give you the, hey, it's 5 minutes past the hour to 6 o'clock, and we got traffic coming up on the 9s. But right now I want to tell you about Fani Willis and how she's a stupid hoe. But his mouth won't move fast enough.
Game. It is a pleasure and an honor to address you all today. Some of you all have made the comment this morning on my way in that he's done, he's through, it's over. Well, I want to let you know that Derek Blasingame, I'm done with Fulton County.
Wait, so he's Derek Blasingame, and the county commissioner people are saying that he's done, he's through?
I guess so.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Who the fuck is Derek Blasingame?
That guy.
Is this like when rappers have their debut album and they say, I'm back?
I guess so.
I don't know what a Derek Blasingame is.
I don't know. How does that work?
He's like, I know that y'all said I was through, but here I am. And they're like, sir, I don't. They're giving him the Thanos treatment. They're like, I don't even know who you are.
I don't think about you at all.
Fumbling our elections. I'm done with the gross mismanagement of our taxpayer dollars by the Fulton County Democrats on this body. I'm disgusted at the information that is coming out of the district attorney's office as a taxpayer. I am done with most of your silence at the DA's apparent love affair with the special prosecutor and gross mismanagement of taxpayers' dollars to pursue what appears to be a frivolous lawsuit based off of partisan politics.
Well, guys, that's it. Let's pack it up and fold the county commissioners. Derek Blasingame has had it. We're done. Our goose is cooked.
It's over.
All in favor of disbanding the county commissioners and holding a special election. Opposed, same sign. All right, the matter is closed. We will hold special elections next Tuesday. We're all out of a job. We are sorry, Mr. Blasingame.
Do you want to mess with this guy? Look at those pipes.
He's got a big, thick head. I bet you can take
Dude,
a punch.
His head shape is bothering me, though, because it's really, like, it's like a large head, but, like, points at the top. Have you seen that? It, like, tapers.
Tell you this, he's got cinder
What's
blocks
wrong
in
with
his
him?
arms, though. You're right.
I know. I'm scared. Don't mess with him.
Looks like one of those Serbians who injects olive oil into themselves.
That is one of the top, most disgusting things you've ever shown me.
It is pretty
For the
gross.
record.
Based off of partisan politics. Apparently, guys like me need...
Drank too many beers on Friday after work. Our best blue jeans have skull rings. We wear our boots to church. So rough around the edges, it's hard to believe. Sorry, go ahead.
Any chance.
That girl's like you. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go on. Because
love guys like me. There you go. Sorry. You know what? I should let Mr. Blasingame continue. He's on a roll.
He looks like Cuba Gooding Jr., but beefy and angry.
You know what I was thinking? Jonathan Majors.
A little darker. He's like if Cuba and Jonathan had a baby.
Partisan politics. Apparently, guys like me
drank too many beers on Friday after work. Sorry. I can do it this time. Let's go ahead.
This lawsuit based off of partisan politics.
Yeah.
Apparently, guys like me.
Come on. I believe in you. Stop this madness. Okay, fine, go.
Need to court Fulton County female executives if we want a free ride at all paid expense.
Oh, shit. This guy's trying to do some fucking. He's like, maybe we should all start. What did he say? What's the gentlemanly term he used?
Me need to court Fulton County female executives if.
God damn, I like that idea. There's like a really fugly.
What if they're all ugly?
There's an ugly Fulton County executive female right now in the back who's like on a serious dry spell. She's like, I could roll with this idea.
I'll take it. Have you seen those arms?
Yeah. Oh, I'd love those arms to hold me at night.
Dude, those things would pop your head
free
off.
ride at all paid expense. Apparently, we need to pursue Natalie Hall and Fani Willis, or maybe the executives in other departments, if we want a full ride and full pay.
I mean, nobody's stopping you, Big Shoots. Why don't you get in there and spit some game, homeboy?
It sounds like she got a full ride.
Yeah, she certainly did.
The DA appears to be trying to protect past elections, but upon information and belief, she's trying to interfere with future elections by trying to convict a candidate before the general election. I'm requesting a financial audit to be done by the county auditor of the district attorney's office immediately.
to which Fulton County, who's trying to railroad Trump, went, yeah, we'll get right on that.
Right away, sir.
Hey, man, we got like 2 or 3 other things we're going to do, and then I tell you what, I'm thinking like we're going to do this audit, and we're going to make sure it's crystal clear. I'm thinking we should have it done by 3rd week in November. Does that sound good for you?
Scratch it. Let's move everything.
Yeah.
You're right to it.
There is no way that you get more money when you're spending money, allegedly, for unnecessary and frivolous purposes. Also, these judges need to hire a lobbyist instead of grandstanding this board with these mediocre public relations stunts. Magistrate court.
He's so fussy.
Derek Blasingame is really being cunty to everybody in Fulton County. You talk about a guy with a machine gun spinning in circles.
I know. Has anyone done anything he approves of?
He's going to fuck a bunch of executives.
I'm for it.
These judges are clowns, and they need to get PR people.
Okay.
And guys like him drink too many beers on Friday after work. Yeah.
Oh, is it after work? I thought it was afternoon.
No.
Oh.
It's okay. The song was written like 17 years ago now.
Before my time.
Yeah, before your time.
Yeah.
Still needs a systemic boost and an IT transformation that's been achieved by the Superior Court clerk. It needs to be pulled together.
15 seconds.
Thank you.
I love this guy. He's like, I ain't throwing my roll off, motherfucker.
Finally, I'm urging you to appoint Julie Adams to the Board of Registration and Elections without delay. And
Holla, were you fucking her too? He wants her for a job.
He's trying.
I'm trying to throw some dick at this bitch. I figure if you give her a nice cushy county job, I'm gonna get in them guts.
Probably would too.
We need somebody that's transparent, that's open, and that can be open-minded to all.
You mean white? Is that what he means? Transparent? Oh,
I see through.
Sorry,
concerns and can address the people's needs. I'm also want that audit of the DA's office immediately.
He wants it immediately.
Wow, he wrapped that up really nice.
That's nice. This Derek Blasingame can go.
He stuck the landing.
He really did.
I liked it.
Derek Blasingame's doing okay. That
guy
guy
doesn't fuck around.
Oh, what happened to Jim's Jazz? Oh, he tried to do an end tower and somebody blocked him for it.
No end towers on YouTube. Go to Rumble.
Yeah, go to Rumble. Build all the end towers you want. It's fun.
God.
That guy's on a roll.
That guy was feisty.
He really wanted to let that county know. He doesn't care if something well, he does care if something happens. He wants that audit today. He wants it right now. But he wants them to know he is not fucking around.
People are so into that instant gratification, man.
Optic Nerve nailed it. He hit the post.
Yeah. Oh, no, he did.
Definitely hit the
For
post.
sure.
All right, boys and girls, 175 away from overtime tonight. We got about 15 minutes left. Not looking good, but let's see what happens. It is our final evening show of the week. There is a chance that April and I just retire early.
Guess they're trying to send me to bed early.
Yeah. So 175 is the number if you'd like to contribute. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, gifted memberships, and Rumple Rants. Thank you very much. This is going to surprise the shit out of you guys. You're not going to believe this. In fact, I would like everyone right now to grab a hold of something and just brace themselves. Could you? Thank you.
I'm grabbing on it hard. I got this sturdy piece of wood.
It's turning red.
Both hands.
It's a little, I'm uncomfortable.
I've got it.
A Chinese informant for the FBI. Not going to believe this.
I'm nervous.
Alerted the Federal Bureau of Investigations to the Wuhan lab leak in early 2020. Remember?
So sick of this.
Do you remember when Christopher Wray of the FBI and Collins and Fauci and Birx and all of those people? Do you remember when you would say at the beginning of the pandemic that it came from China in a lab, and they would call you a racist for saying that? They said, "Hey, it's one of my favorite jokes about the pandemic is that you were a racist if you said a highly sophisticated Chinese medical lab had an oopsie. That was racist. But it wasn't racist to say all these backwards yellow-skinned monsters are eating bats and pangolins raw and they got everybody sick. That was not racist to say. That was totally fine. But these really intelligent, forward-thinking Chinese people with their state-of-the-art medical labs let an oopsie disease slip through. That's bigoted, and you're marking the Chinese people with a scarlet letter."
Yeah.
But to say that they're all munching on bats and pangolins in their free time without washing them.
People got deplatformed. People lost their jobs. People lost all sorts of accounts for saying that.
And they were peddling this shit knowing it was false.
Yes.
And again, I'm not sitting here surprised. I'm sitting here laughing. We all knew this. We all know that they knew, and they were feeding us horse shit from day one because they didn't want everybody connecting the dots right away, because then they might not have been able to lock everybody down and shut everything down, cancel all these jobs, get rid of Donald Trump. If they would have said, "Hey, this leaked out of a lab in China. We've been working on it with our people. We've actually been using your taxpayer dollars to fund this disease," they would have never trusted or listened to any of those people, and they would have never done anything that they said.
No, never.
They would have listened to a DeSantis or a Trump right off the bat.
Yes, absolutely.
So when this Chinese informant goes, hey, FBI, just thought you might like to know. I think they're letting diseases slip out of that Wuhan lab. And the FBI went, "Shut the fuck up." "Well, no, I thought you guys might like to know." "Yeah, but you say it loud enough, the American people are going to know." "Yeah, but don't you want to be transparent to your people?"
No.
That's a good one, Wang. Oh, do we want to be transparent? Holy shit, you're serious. Yes, I'm serious. Don't you want to let them know that there could be a terrible disease coming and it leaked from our lab that you've been working in tandem with?
I'd
actually rather rip my own dick off with my bare hands than tell the American people that.
I hate this shit. You just had another story like this the other night where it's like, "Oh, guess what? That thing you guys have all been saying for years now. Yeah, it turns out it was true."
Yeah.
Okay, but it was that trucker thing to what the fuck?
The convoy in Canada.
The convoy.
A court just recently ruled that it was wrong for Trudeau to shut down their bank accounts.
Yes, but do they get help retroactively? No.
Right. Like, all you get is
nothing will be done.
Yeah, all you get is "Hey, you guys, the government fucked you over." And they're like, "Yeah, we know. What do we get?" And they're like, "Oh, no, we're just letting you know."
Oh, no, you don't so much as get a card in the mail saying, "I'm sorry."
Right.
You don't get a gift card for dinner to fucking wherever they have Tim Hortons.
Yeah, you don't get a Tim Hortons gift card.
Or like a dozen donut holes.
Yeah.
No, you don't get anything. So this shit where they're just coming out with everything after the fact that we already knew was true, by the way, none of this helps anybody. It's just maddening. It's annoying. It's like, yes, we all said that. You already beat our asses for it.
I think that's part of the
so
psychological abuse that they've put us through, though.
Oh, it 100%
I
is.
think it's, okay, now that it's been 4 years, let's let them know that all the stuff we told them they were crazy for is 100% true, and then let's act like we knew it and told them the whole time. I hate the term. I hate the term because I think it's an overused bullshit.
I know what you're going to say.
White lady therapy term, but it is gaslighting. 100%.
I would just rather them just not even talk about it anymore. Like, I think if you had a brainstem, you could put you could You could follow the fucking marbles, the little bread trails, right, and
Yeah.
see what's going on really with everything.
Well, because like we lost COVID. Like they won, we lost. The FBI, the government, all that. They won. They kicked our ass. We lost. So don't do that thing where you beat someone by 40 in basketball and then you go, oh no, but you had some really good jump shots in there. And do you remember that thing? That was good. That was.
So now it's more like, can you please, just for the love of Christ, stop insulting my intelligence? Please stop.
I already
Because
know what happened. Yeah.
I know, and you're not making this feel any better, and you know that too.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it
Stupid
from
piece
you.
of shit.
The damning allegations come days after a watchdog report indicated scientists had planned to engineer a COVID-19-like virus at the Wuhan lab. FBI Director Christopher Wray waited until February 2023 to speak publicly about the Bureau's assessment that COVID-19 most likely came from the infamous lab in Wuhan, China, where the apparent patient zero executed dangerous gain-of-function experiments on coronaviruses.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but you were racist. And you were, you were wrong and you had to be banned and it was terrible, dangerous misinformation you were dealing with.
There's no real justice for anything. It's just everything got so mega fucked. Like 2020, March of 2020 on. Was it March? I don't know. It seems like such a long time ago
February
now.
or
It's
March,
just, everything got so fucked, and now it's like they're rubbing in our face, like, oh yeah, this thing that you were saying for a long time that we all yelled at you for and denied. Yeah, no, that was true.
Paul Carr says April's annoyed. Yeah, April's very annoyed.
Yes, I am. I would rather somebody just not even mention it to me anymore if I'd already said the thing and they denied the thing 300 times, and then they decide one day, like, oh yeah, that thing that was circulating, it was true.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Just stop it.
See, I'm at the point now where I'm just laying back like this and watching the arrows come down, and I'm like, who gives a fuck? Come on, just do it. Whereas April's like, God damn it, you won. Quit fucking with me.
That's kind of how I feel. You got me already. It's over.
Yeah.
Shot your shots. You won. There's nothing I can do.
Dirty Dalish visiting us tonight. She says April looks fire tonight.
Ooh.
I take exception to that, actually. When does April not look fire?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Omega Dread's gaming channel says, like, how many arrows do you need? Right? I look like a fucking pincushion at this point.
Like their quiver is like forever like refilling.
Runneth over. Jake Hudson says Aaron is sexy. Well, that's all the reassurance I need, quite frankly. I don't need anything more than that. If Jake Hudson thinks I'm fired, Dirty Dalish can quite frankly go fuck herself. I don't need her, okay?
If I'm ever not doing it for you for some reason, I have heard that Jake is really into you.
Man.
And you definitely could find solace there, I'm sure. If I'm not doing it for you, that's,
Dirty Dalish says April is always pretty, but she's fire, fire, fire in that top.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a fucking sexy top. Are you
I do
kidding
love
me?
this top. My one of my very closest friends made me purchase this top. She's like, I had to have it.
That
apparently.
Dirty minx making you buy that. I'm so mad at her for making you buy that shirt and letting me enjoy it.
Yeah, me
that
too.
piece of shit.
It's pretty great.
Dirty Dalish says, I will go fuck myself, Aaron, happily. Oh, you mean like go finger your pussy? I'm sorry.
Yeah, saying go fuck yourself isn't really like...
It's not the insult one would think it is.
No, it's kind of fun.
Producer Robert says, ask Jake about telling Keanu to get fucked. Yeah, Jake's a moody bitch.
There are some people we don't need to talk to.
My Lost Interest says, does Aaron get to see April in that top without the bra after the show?
I mean, you could just take it all off.
Bro, you don't bother with just taking the bra off. You just take the whole thing off.
Aaron doesn't give a good goddamn about lingerie.
Just be naked.
And I prefer it that way. I've actually learned to really enjoy just being naked all the time lately.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's freeing. I'm not like saying that I'm obsessed with my body because I actually really don't like it very much.
We both just walk around with our
good.
dicks out all the time.
Yeah, I've got one growing out of my hip, remember? Which, by the way, I'm actually probably going to have you read that text before me because I'm afraid of it.
Fair enough.
I have no idea what it's going to say.
All right, here's the deal, guys. We got 8 minutes left. Are we going to make it tonight, or are we going to take a nice little L and get out of here a half hour early?
Seems
it's up
rude.
to you.
I didn't want to go away tonight.
You want to do overtime?
I did. I always do.
Well, let's see. We got 175 we got to make in 8 minutes. It's a crazy run to go on, but we'll see if it happens. 175 is the number. There are the links in the chat. They're also pinned to the top of the page. Here you go, Rumble, if you want a little piece. $175 is the number. Is everybody going to throw in, or are we fucked? We will see. Jake Hudson is saying MSO will win. MSO says bring out the plate, Loaf Piggy. We have been on a crazy winning streak without that plate. It's almost like a good luck thing. I can't bring that plate out.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Like if we lose one day this week, February's a good month for the old toe.
Oh God. I have to go to bed sooner. Sorry. I don't want to. It's just what you're doing.
We'll see here. 175 is the number. And again, we got about 6 minutes to go. We're either... Oh, God, you know what? I thought I caught you doing the thing that you do, but I didn't. You were lower. I thought I saw you out of the corner of my eye, and I thought I caught you doing the tit rub.
My thumb was. I was doing this.
Your thumb, you were brushing your tit with your thumb?
Absentmindedly until you pointed it out.
I ruined it. Look at me. MSO says yesterday is one day. We didn't. Wait a minute. We hit this morning because I missed the one super chat. We hit last night. We hit in the morning. What the fuck am I
You're going to have
missing?
to apologize to Ricardo so he doesn't feel insulted and like you're
yeah.
not his friend anymore.
No, I really apologize for that. That is my fault, and I missed it. And I made up for it. I bought him dinner. Happy Plague Doctor with 5 gifted memberships. Glory Days, Hey,
Thank
Would You
you.
Blow Me, Dirty Dalish, Movie Star Fingernails, and Taste Fairy.
Nice.
Getting some memberships. So it's 165 is the number. Do we get a little rally here in the last 5 minutes, or do we just sit here at 165 and call her a night? Let's see what happens. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Venmo. Thank you very much, Happy Plague Doctor. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, we got 10 coming in from Von Kaiser as well.
Neato gang.
A little trickle there. Is it a trickle or is it a rally? We'll see. 155 is now the number with 5 minutes left to go. 155. Movie Star Fingernails says, throw us a bone, guys. You can throw bones as well. Wild card with 199 says, WrestleMania match, Jake Hudson versus Frankie McDonald.
Pizza Roll says, Aaron, you look so hot, you make my teeth sweat.
Thank you. You know what? I appreciate that.
That's intense.
I needed that self-esteem boost, you know.
Did you need a self-esteem boost, really?
I needed a little self-esteem boost, seeing as, you know, look, 155 away.
Okay.
You know, looks like we're going to take a little bit of an L tonight. You know,
I'd rather not.
But at least I look sexy and I make people's teeth sweat.
Dude, nobody's ever told me that I make their teeth sweat, so that's pretty intense.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
4 minutes to go. 4 minutes left. 155 away from knocking out tonight. Hey, Would You Blow Me says, Ape, I'm getting down on some Veni tenderloin and rice. Yeah, does that make you hot?
Boy, howdy.
You may be joking, but it actually might.
No, for real. I could go for some, what did he call it? Veni tenderloin?
Veni tenderloin.
Really could, though.
Dirty Dalish says, sometimes the titty needs a little rub. Don't acknowledge it, Aaron. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I can't keep my mouth.
In this shirt.
I can't keep my mouth shut. Have I ever?
It's just.
How about this morning?
So soft. What was this morning? I don't remember.
I bet you don't. I have that effect on people. I'm largely forgettable, unfortunately.
No, the first part was, you know.
All right, 155. Looks like a bust tonight. We've got 3 minutes to go.
Gay. I don't like it.
3 minutes left, 155 to go. I've got a mom taking their kid off the Small World ride and just walking her through it because she's retarded. World Economic Forum elite say that April's coffee is causing climate change. Update on the Alabama nitrogen execution. A disgusting trend at Walmarts that I want to see done away with. And Kevin Brennan losing his fucking mind at Karl for his wife asking him if he took a nap. This is the biggest nothing burger I think I've ever seen.
It sounds fun, though.
But it caused Kevin to lose his shit. And it's a good Kevin rant. And it's from our boy. Is it from our boy, My Lost Interest? Yes.
Don't ask me.
It's a My Lost Interest video. Hey, Would You Blow Me says, I love you, Aaron. You're the only streamer that says my whole name. Well, why wouldn't I? You work hard to have that name.
What do other people say?
Yeah.
It seems gay to not say the whole thing.
It's Haywood.
Jablomi.
Jablomi. Why not? So, yes, 155 away tonight, but it doesn't look like we're going to get to any of that because we got 2 minutes left. We got nothing coming in. We got a big, fat L to take tonight. Oh, well, what do you do? Looks like we're getting a half hour off. 2 minutes to go. MSO is keeping his eyes up on the scoreboard. He doesn't see any more runs coming in. There's all the links in the chat if you'd like to contribute here in the last 2 minutes to see if we can knock this shit out. We need David Chandler to come and drop that Aldi grocery money. David Chandler stopped by this morning. He was very generous to the program. He can't come in and rescue everybody all the time.
And he does laps, so he'll be back someday.
David comes over to this show, then he takes a little time off, then he comes back around to this show. He does cycles, if you will. All right, we got 1 minute and 10 seconds. We're going to count this down. Can someone with cash please take the hit on this? I just tuned in, said, hey, would you blow me? Yeah, we'll do an extra half hour if we get inside of $50. But it doesn't look like we're getting there. 1 minute to go. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, etc. April and I are 50 seconds away from bedtime.
I know.
Betty by time. D-Luke with $10. That's going to put us at 145 for the night.
Thanks, lady.
All right, so we're 145 away. Thank you, D-Luke. 35 seconds to go until this thing is over. 145 is the number, and I think we're going to miss by a good chunk tonight, and April and I can take a night off.
I bet you that comes back on Friday.
All right, 25 minutes to go, or 25 minutes, 25 seconds, now down to 20. We will hit the refresh button after the time runs out, but it looks like MSO is getting a big win, and everybody who came in at the last minute here is going to get nothing.
Oops.
No time tonight. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. We're going to take a look right after this, but I think we're finished. And
we're done.
Time. That's it. 145 is the number. Let's see if anything came in. It is a giant, big fucking L for Steel Toe tonight. Holy shit.
I guess it's bedtime.
Oh, boy, did we get our dick kicked in. Congratulations, MSO. Great work on your victory, buddy.
That was a legit one.
That was a legit 145. That was a throat cutting. You got a big W, pal. We're going to go get some sleep. We will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. We got one more to hit, and then Rumble Friday with Gino. Very excited about that. I got to tell you guys, once in a while on this program, we don't mind eating one of these to not do an extra half hour.
No, you know what I was just thinking?
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, no, I could have done. If I would have known I'd have been out of here at 9, I could have planned so many things this evening.
You think so?
Yes, I could have. And I didn't because I didn't know.
Yeah, but we got that taken care of earlier.
Not that.
Oh.
Booties is always waiting. I
know. No, we could have
it's
done
a beautiful
booties.
night. We could have gone and played some a-holes and had a cocktail and sang songs.
Shit.
Wait. And what day of the week is the
karaoke at MC's?
God damn it, you guys.
Guys, you got to let us know when we're going to do this. And if you would have given us a little lead time and said, guys, you're going to be doing, you're not going to be doing the numbers as usual tonight. Then we would have said, okay, we'll make plans. All right, we're going to get out of here then. April, thank you very much.
Thanks, boss.
To the rest of you, very, very cool. We'll be back tomorrow morning, and that'll be April's last day for the week. Take it easy.
Ooh, day off.